Okay, so this is really just, I've just laid out some cards. I'm just gonna put this at the beginning of all of the videos, just to let you guys know what the June spread actually is like. So I'm just gonna walk you through that here at the beginning so that you know what the spread covers, what each of the cards is going to represent. Then after this, I'm gonna film the pre-shuffle because I've had several people actually request that. I'm not sure why, but I'm going to do that, and I'll probably just speed it up just because I can't imagine anyone wants to sit and watch however long it takes for all the cards to come out. But I will actually film that and play that as well following this, and then we'll go into the actual reading. So if you don't want to watch that, I'm gonna put some time markers up for you guys here at the beginning so that you know where things are during the actual reading itself. And with that explained, I'm going to walk you guys through the cards. So we're going to be starting here on the side. This card number 1 is going to represent the overall energy for the reading, and then we're going to work from the left across to the right. And so it's going to be card number 1, and then card number 2 will actually be the card on top. These cards here on the top, so these 4 cards here, these cards are specific to the sign. So whichever sign I'm doing in the video, the top 4 cards, so these cards here, those are going to represent the sign itself. So these 4 here on the bottom are going to represent the other person. So for example, if you are watching your own sun, moon, Venus, or rising sign video, then these top 4 cards are going to be the cards that relate to you. The bottom 4 cards would be the card related to the other person that you're thinking about, or that you maybe are involved with, or want to be involved with, or were involved with. Hopefully that makes sense. For the cross watchers who are watching, it's going to be the same thing. These top 4 cards are going to be specific to the actual person whose sign you're watching. And the bottom 4 cards are going to be related to you. You would be the other in the situation, the cross watcher. So let me explain what these cards represent. So this row here, this is going to be the sign's current energy, the other person's current energy. This is going to be the sign's underlying issue or fear, the other person's underlying issue or fear. This is going to represent the sign's obstacle, the other person's obstacle. This is going to be the sign's desired outcome, the other's desired outcome. And this card here on the end is the advice or guidance card. So that's going to be how the spread itself works for this month. I am only doing 1 reading per sign for the entire month of June. And then during the month, I'm going to do some other readings as well, some like pick a card readings, some spreads that are specific to, should I reach out? Are they going to come back? Is this person the one? I just want to do more of those readings. So I'm just going to do 1 monthly love reading for each sign for June. And that is how that's going to work. So with that explained, now I'm going to clear these cards away. And we will actually move right into the pre-shuffle. Hey there, Pisces. Gonna talk to you guys about the pre-shuffle cards that came out. You actually only had 2 cards that came out. First card that came out was the 2 of Swords upright. I feel like you have a difficult decision to make, but you're not sure what you really need to do. It's one of those situations where like your pro and con list seem to be equal and you can't tell which option is gonna lead you to the best possible outcome. I also think that this card represents being at the end of the time you have to hesitate about this decision. You can't continue to avoid it, and you need to make a choice and be prepared for whatever comes your way. Now, the next card that comes out is going to be the 2 of Pentacles reversed. This is probably a situation where you're feeling overcommitted and overwhelmed. So you have to take a look at the things you're giving time and energy to and release anything that isn't supportive of your goals and ambitions. Balance in your life is really vital right now. So it's time to take a look at your priorities and concentrate only on the ones that make you feel excited and happy. I also just want to say here at the end, this reading, you really need to watch it all the way through. This is one of the most intense readings I've ever done for any sign, and I feel like for the people that need to hear this message, this video is very, very important. I'm going to go ahead and lay out the spread. So for overall energy, I'm going to pull a card off the bottom of the deck for you guys. That's going to be your overall energy. I did explain this layout at the beginning of the video, so if you're curious about that, if you did skip ahead just to jump into the reading, I did actually at the very beginning walk through this spread and the layout. And so if you're interested in that, in terms of what the cards mean, just in case I don't explain it fully as I'm going through, you can reference back to that. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this. So coming out as the overall energy here, we have the Eight of Cups reversed. Now, I do want to say really quickly before we really get into this too much, this is a general love reading for your sun, moon, Venus, and rising signs. So Pisces, if this does not resonate with you, don't try to make it fit. You can go and check out some of the other readings that are associated with your moon, Venus, and rising signs to see if those messages are more aligned to you. I do welcome cross-watchers to my video. That's why I do build these spreads so that it's pretty clear who I'm talking about. Although do keep in mind, even if you are the sign that I'm reading for, sometimes the energy can be reversed because, again, it is a general reading. If you guys have not taken a moment to subscribe to the channel, please take a moment to do that, or don't forget to do it after you're done with the video. I really would like to build a channel here that has lots of fun people who actually interact and engage with each other in the comments. That's sort of my goal and the reason that I'm doing these videos. So please help me with that if you guys can. So let's jump back into the reading here and talk about this Eight of Cups reversed energy. So this card is that inner voice, that negative self-talk sort of energy and vibe. And it's very weird for me that this is the overall energy, because what I was expecting from you guys, like I said, is this sort of like childish, not childish, but like childlike, really energetic, hyper sort of energy. But this card is the absolute opposite of that. This is really being in your head and thinking about, you know, all of those, that negative self-talk and negative, the thinking that we do about ourselves. So this is coming out as the overall energy. So we're going to run with that. I don't know, Pisces, if this is a case where you are putting on a brave face or you're presenting outwardly that everything's great, everything's perfect, everything's wonderful, and everything's, you know, just unicorns and butterflies and rainbows and glitter, but actually, you know, you're beating yourself up in your head and you're thinking everyone's out to get you and you're paranoid about stuff. Like, that's the only way that this would really make sense. But let's go ahead and move over into the current energy for both Pisces and the other person, see what these cards reveal. Okay, so coming out for Pisces in the position of their current energy, we have the Ten of Pentacles that did come out reversed. And for the other person's current energy, we have the Magician reversed. This is very interesting, Pisces. So let's start with you. Let's talk about this. So again, we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed coming out as the current energy for Pisces. Now, Pisces, I feel like perhaps where you're at currently in terms of like your energy, what I actually am seeing here is I just feel like you're like over it. You are tired, you are overworked, you have been putting in so much effort, and you're just feeling like it's never enough. And I feel like it's a pressure that's coming from you. I don't even feel like this is an external pressure, although this Magician reversed is a very interesting card, and I will spend some time talking about this because I think you should be maybe a little bit cautious with this other person. But I do feel like most of this pressure is coming from you, Pisces. It's almost like you've become a workaholic or obsessed with money, and you're putting everything, your whole heart, all of your energy, all of your time, everything is just invested with work. And I think that it has, you know, left you in a state where you just feel like I don't have much left to give, and I don't really feel like I'm getting back what I've been putting in here. Okay, so let's move on to this other person because I do want to cover this really quickly. Again, for the other person's current energy, we have the Magician reversed, and this card is the trickster, manipulation, do not trust. This energy, this other person, they are up to no good, Pisces. And for the cross-watcher, I'm sorry, but I have to call it like I see it. And maybe you do not have ill intentions, but you are up to something. you are manipulating a situation, or you are trying to keep something secret, you are hiding things, you are lying about something. There's definitely something energetically going on with this other person that I think, Pisces, you should be very, very cautious about. And if this energy does happen to be reversed, Pisces, and you are the one who is trying to manipulate a situation or keep a secret or be misleading about something, I will just tell you that the truth always manages to come out. In the end, the truth will always manage to come out. And so you're playing a dangerous game. Now, I do want to go ahead and move out of that energy because I don't want to stay in it. We're going to move ahead to the underlying fear or issue for each person. So coming out for Pisces as the underlying fear or issue, we have the Ace of Swords reversed. And for the other person, we have the King of Cups upright. Wow. Okay. Well, things get a little bit weirder. So underlying fear or issue for Pisces, again, Ace of Swords coming out reversed. So this is really that situation of having clouded judgment on a decision. And what I always associate with this card as well when it comes out reversed is it's almost like a warning card to me that you really need to make sure that you're thinking clearly, that you have taken the time that you need to get very clear and certain about what you feel inside and how you think about a situation. I think as an underlying fear issue, this makes sense. I think that you're in a situation where you're really worried that you're not seeing something accurately. And with this Magician coming out reversed, Pisces, I might agree with you that you are not seeing this person accurately. And the reason I say that is because for their underlying fear issue, you have the King of Cups coming out upright. This card, the King of Cups, this is like the dream partner in terms of a masculine energy. This is a person who is in control of their emotions, but does not try to control their emotions. They do not deny their emotions. They are balanced with their emotions. They understand that every emotion has a purpose. They are compassionate. They are kind. They are willing to compromise and give and nurture. This person has a fear that you will realize they are not who they are presenting themselves to be. I want you to look at this, okay? The actual current energy of this person is the Magician reversed. Their fear is that you will realize this is who they are, not this. Okay? I very rarely will call people out in readings like this, but these two cards coming out like this in positions that they are in, I just have to tell you, this person is not who they're making themselves out to be. They are not this loving kind of person. They are manipulative and they are playing games and keeping secrets. Okay? Let's look at the obstacle in the path of this situation resolving. And I say resolving for a reason, because if this situation was able to resolve, then it would resolve. The fact that this is what's playing out here means there's something that's keeping this from closing out. There's something that's causing it to be stuck or causing it to intensify or to continue. Okay, that's what this means. So in terms of the obstacle in the path for Pisces, we have the Three of Wands upright. I'm going to just start with this card before moving on to the other person's obstacle. The Three of Wands upright, it represents growth and progress. It's something beginning to grow and it's nurtured and it's supported. It's not fully there to the point that, it's something to, say is super strong or is something that's definitely going to last, but it's supported. It's progress. I feel like for Pisces, I feel like you don't think you don't feel that this is actually progressing the way that you want it to. You don't feel like it's growing at the pace that you want and need it to. You're really hesitant and you have some questions. This obstacle is that you have doubts around this. You have doubts around whether or not this is something that can actually be sustained. I feel like you are starting to question this person, and you're starting to see through, behind the mask, and you're starting to see some cracks in their performance, and you're realizing that they aren't necessarily who they presented themselves to be. Now, coming out as the obstacle for this other person, we have the Five of Cups reversed. Now, this is very interesting, okay, because the Five of Cups, when it is reversed, just represents this notion of sort of leaving something behind and focusing on, like, yourself. It's in their obstacles path, okay? So I feel like they aren't able to actually do this. They aren't actually able to let go of something and move on. And they are someone who's very uncomfortable being by themselves. They do not like being alone. This person probably jumps from one relationship to the next. As soon as one is over, they're in another one. They usually have something lined up before they actually get out of the one that they were in, just because they are terrified of having even a moment when they are not in a relationship with someone, because they don't want to be left by themselves, okay? That is why they are in this Magician reversed energy. That's why they're presenting themselves as the ideal partner. This is their pattern. This is what they do. They present themselves to be this perfect person, that's this really romantic person. And then as the relationship becomes more and more and more committed, they start to become less and less of this and more of this. Okay, they start to just settle into who they actually are, and at that point the other person is pretty stuck in this cycle with them. Okay, I want to look at the desired outcomes for both Pisces and the other person. Okay, so coming out as the desired outcome for Pisces, we have the Princess of Swords. It's a Page of Swords reversed. And coming out as the desired outcome for the other person, we have the Princess of Cups, the Page of Cups. We have two pages coming out as desired outcome. Pages do represent messages and communication. So this is an interesting setup here, and this is something that I really do think is interesting. So I'm just going to show you, again, this is the desired outcome for you, Pisces. And this is the desired outcome of the other person. Now, Pisces, for you, I feel like where you're at in terms of the things that you really want to talk about, I feel, Pisces, that you are very close to being in a space where you are going to call this person out. Your desired outcome is to observe what they're like, what they're doing, how they're behaving throughout this whole process. And you are just keeping track of that, and you are making notes, and you're sort of building a case so that eventually you can just express everything, call them out on all of the stuff that they are not being honest about, really present it factually so that they can't deny it. There's no wiggle room for them. And that's really what you're looking for. You want to be able to have a clean break from this person and have them not be able to do anything that is tricky or, be able to manipulate your emotions. You are very aware of what's going on here, and that makes me feel a lot better. And you're it's almost like you're setting a trap for them. Okay. Now for the other person, their desired outcome here is, it's very much about wanting to hear from you that there is a possibility here for this relationship to continue, or to go to a new level, or maybe just to advance in some way. they're really hoping that all of this manipulation that they're doing will enable them to just continue to be in this relationship with you, even though I think this person also is aware that it's a pretty toxic relationship. Let's be honest here. I think that they know that as well, but for them, it's like they know you and they're familiar with you and they are used to sort of your quirks and how the two of you fight. And they really know, the other part to this is they really know how to push your buttons and how to manipulate you. And so it's just easier for them if you'll stick around, because they don't have to learn someone new. They don't have to go through the effort of playing this game again with somebody else. They just, they're hoping that you'll just, believe what they're saying to you and will fall into their trap of, continuing in this relationship, even though you shouldn't. So this is setting something up here to potentially be a pretty explosive ending. I'm shocked that we haven't seen the tower come out, because I feel like that's where this is heading. This is definitely heading to one of those moments where, they have really high expectations that they're going to be successful in this manipulation, but you've sort of seen through what they're doing and you're ready to just come at them guns blazing and saying, I know about this. I know about this. I know this was a lie. I know you didn't mean this. I know that you did this to make this happen. Like, you are ready to just come for them 100%. They don't see that coming right now. They think that they are doing this successfully and that they're going to get you to stick around. All right, let's see what the cards have to say in terms of advice and guidance for you guys. Oh my God. Okay, wrapping this up really well. We have the Two of Cups coming out reversed. This is just saying to you guys, let this end. Pisces, I'll even say this to you. I understand that the satisfaction that one will feel for being able to call somebody out on all the crap that they've done and to be able to prove it and have the receipts and have things backed up. And I know that that would feel good. I know that that would, give you satisfaction and make you feel like ultimately you won out and this person didn't get to take advantage of you and showing them that, you knew what they were up to. I get that. But keep in mind that the longer you stay, even in this space that you're in of wanting to sort of play detective and build this case and have this moment where you call them out, it's just more and more time that you are staying in this relationship with them. It's more time that they are controlling and manipulating you and making a situation in which, you're still with them and you're still unhappy and you're miserable and you're still obsessing over them and you're still focusing all of your time and energy on them. And that's what they want. They don't care if you're happy or not. They just want to have you to be there. They just want you to be sort of obsessed with them. And they don't care if you're obsessed with them because you love them or because you hate them. They just want the attention. That's what they thrive on. And I just would caution you, like the advice card coming out is really to love yourself and end this. There's no trust between the two of you. This is not a relationship that's ever going to last. You are not happy within this relationship. You're not happy. So you have to ask yourself, if I'm this unhappy in this relationship, why am I staying in it? What is the motivation for me to continue in this? Because being able to tell this person how they already know how they are. They know what they're doing. They are aware of what they do and they have specific reasons for doing it. So even if you do call them out and give them all of the proof of what they were doing, they know what they were doing. You're not the first person to call them out on it. You won't be the last person to call this person out on it. You aren't doing anything that's beneficial to you. The way that you can actually benefit yourself and take care of the situation, honestly, would be to just walk away. Just block this person, shut them down, change your number, change the locks on the door, whatever you need to do. If you really want to make this person shocked, that's the way to do it. They will not see that coming because in all honesty right now, they do have control of the situation because they're still manipulating your emotions and your feelings. They just realize that the only emotions and feelings that they have access to manipulate are the negative ones that you feel for them. Okay, so they know you don't love them, you're not happy with them, they're aware of that, but they also know that you're really pissed off and you really want to get them back. And so they are aware that those are still feelings and emotions that they can feed on. And so they are doing that. You think that you're sort of playing a game with them and sort of you know, observing them and keeping track, and you're going to have this moment where you get to like accuse them and call them out, but really they are the ones who are playing the game. They're the ones who are, you know, they're several steps ahead of you in terms of what they're planning next, and the, you know, the move that they're going to make in order to get what it is that they want, and to continue to have you in the space of interacting with them, and giving them this attention, and them constantly pulling emotions and feelings out of you, because that's how they actually feel better themselves. Okay. I just want to encourage anyone who watched this video, if you're a Pisces or if you're a cross watcher, granted the cross watcher in this situation just looks not like the best person, okay? But I will say we all have issues. We all have things that we do that aren't healthy for us and can potentially cause pain for other people. I don't have any judgment here in terms of on this person. I just have judgment on the situation. This isn't a healthy situation for either of the people. Even though this person feels like this is something that they want, it's not something that's really healthy for them. It's not something that's truly making them happy. So for both people involved in this, I will just say, like, let this go, let this end for yourself of this. But for anyone who did watch this, take a moment, just get outside and walk, or listen to some music that you really love. This is a lot of intense energy, and this could have potentially been a lot of harsh truth that you had to hear, or just painful confirmation of things that you suspected. So take a moment just to do something kind for yourself, even if it's just taking a bubble bath or going and getting like some ice cream or something that you love. Like, just step away and do something that's really kind of like clearing and calming, and give yourself some self-love for either Pisces or for the other person. Take that moment for yourselves. I'm going to wrap this up here. I do hope that when we check in July, things are better. If you have not taken a moment, please leave me a comment if this video resonated with you. I would actually love to hear from people that are involved in the situation. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. That helps other people be shown the video by YouTube, so that other people who need to hear this message, and this is a very important message, it just helps to get it out there to them so that they can also, you know, get some insight that they are seeking. And if you want to stick around and become part of the community here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. There are some amazing people who are already leaving comments and sending messages, and I think, you know, the people that are being attracted to my videos, they're fun people, and they have sort of a sense of humor, and I'm really digging that. So please subscribe. I'm really enjoying getting to know the people who are engaging with the videos. And there will be some random videos coming out throughout the month of June. Like, I'm going to do a twin flame reading. I'll do some should I reach out, no communication type readings, and some other things just that aren't necessarily sign specific, but are, you know, just fun readings that I like to do. And I do just want to say as well here at the end, I do have some slots open still for the last 2 weeks of June for personal readings. So if you're interested in getting a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can email me, keaghantarot@gmail.com, and that email address is down in the description below. And I can let you know what dates and times I have open still for the month, and give you some information about how readings with me work and pricing. So Pisces, I wish you well. I love you guys so much. I hope that this works out for you. I hope that you really see that you can just walk away from this and end it now and be free. I'm sending you tons of support, and I will see you guys next time.